We are going to get started, and once again, they are on Thar, the starting map for the quarterfinals. I personally think Thar is one of the funnest maps to play on. It produces quite a lot of good games as well. I think I have two. Oh, I think I only have one, but you know, I have a lot of great games that I've seen on Thar that I've posted. Lots of great epic games. Lots of great epic games. The large maps tend to produce the good ones: Crater, Sandrim, Thar, and we will get started. In the upper left-hand corner, we do have Team GIVATI. It is the green team consisting of Wreckz in the Black Ops Helix, ERICK692 in the Gothic Helix, and Mr. No 1 in the Steampunk Paladin. Wow, 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 look at the carry mix. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we do have the Carbon team, Team Heyha Nonstop, and it will consist of WakeMeUp in the Tomcat Striker, WakeMeUp formerly known as Oronix, RageFist, formerly known as Fist now, in the Lexi Helix, and onlyyyphiL as well in the Lexi Pax Helix. So, well, why doesn't the hotkey work to switch? Okay, there you go. Whatever. Either way, we do have GLHF going down by WakeMeUp. Good sportsmanship by the majority of AirMech players nowadays. Not everyone does it, but I do like to see the GLHF and the GG after. Don't be horrible people, okay? Just, and the Seeker already going down. They don't really care about that experience. Sometimes the little meager amounts of time are probably worth it. Now, it does look like the green team going straight for mid, and the Carbon team kind of going for mid as well. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. And they're doing a ferry, and the green team doing a mass hold right here. Or was that a ferry? I'm not sure. But it's going to be a fight for mid at this point. Mr. No 1, oh, really on health. And does go down. Did look like that Eric was also almost dead, but it does look like the green team a little bit behind in this fight because they did have a player go down, but they have more units in the area. The Carbon team had a lot more units dedicated to, you know, these. Oh, well, those are just shooters, but either way, it's pretty even. It's pretty even at this point. More unit support being brought by both teams. No artillery fight going down yet. WakeMeUp killing Eric on the ground. RageFist reload health, but Wreckz also reload health. Let's see if they. Oh, Wreckz also getting killed. So Mr. No 1, the only one left for the green team. And at this point, it does look like because it's a 3-to-1 advantage on the Carbon side. Well, now we do have a respawn, but the Carbon team. I don't know. I don't want to call anything at this point. There's a lot of action going down, and the green team taking this outpost under control. Can they hold it? I doubt it. It's really unlikely. But the green, they're putting down enough defenses. They're bringing out enough, and the Carbon team, a lot of them getting killed and losing a lot of units as well. Man, they still have more units in the unit cap, but where are they? A lot of them are shooters. That's what's taking up the upkeep. So, the green team taking mid. Wow, the green team taking mid right now. That was very impressive by the green team. Very brief outpost grab. Was able to drop enough units, and they were actually able to hold it. So I don't know if you can really call it brief, but the short amount of time that they had the outpost, between the time that they had the outpost grabbed to the time they had it defended, was like 6 seconds or 5 seconds, something really fast, and that was very impressive. Now the Carbon team going with their next alternate route, going for their island, and I guess that's one of the biggest reasons that the Carbon team lost that mid fight. They were sort of split between, I mean, very marginally split, but that's what can make the difference. You know, few units here or there, a little bit of timing here and there will definitely do it. AirMech is a game of, you know, seconds, of milliseconds. It's ridiculous. But now we do have Eric trying to harass the Carbon units that were dropped over here. The green team also working on the island, so it does look like GIVATI is getting another leg up on this Carbon team. And Eric killing onlyyyphiL in the air. Wow, a lot of early kills by the Carbon team, but now more kills by the green team. And it does look like they are probably going to get the advantage in this fight. Enough creeps go down. They will be able to grab this outpost under control. What do they have in queue? They have a lot of stuff in queue to be able to bring out, and they will easily be able to get a great surround and defense on this island. Now the Carbon team does have that upper right-hand corner, though. I didn't see that because there wasn't too much action happening there, but they were able to grab it. So it's the kind of a reverse of what happened in the last game between Nemo and Reginul. And the Carbon team is the one behind at this point. The right side is behind. But WakeMeUp now with a couple of flamers trying to neutralize this outpost. Let's see if we can actually do it. But very quick response by Wreckz. onlyyyphiL is here at well. Will go down to neutral, but I don't think the Carbon team can make that much out of this. Did waste a little bit of you know, player-built infantry and not creeps to actually accomplish that. And yeah, there's enough defense going down here. But RageFist here might be able to get a kill on Eric and does get that finish. onlyyyphiL actually get that kill. Oh, and the Carbon team with enough flamers over here, able to grab it under control. Will they be able to hold it? No. How much defense has gone down? Not enough to really substantiate anything for the Carbon team. And the green team taking this back under the control. Whoa, that was so fast. Do you guys see this? Do you other MOBA players see how fast this is? Nothing is like AirMech. Alright, guys? So that was up and down in less than 10 seconds. Everything happened. And that was it. The green team still has control of this area, although they don't have control of the outposts. There are definitely enough units here for their support. More flamers go down, so what can the carbon team bring out of their outpost before it goes down to neutral? Three tanks and 1 hat. Will that be enough? Will that be enough? The carbon team is losing their foothold once more. The green team taking more carbon units out of that fight, and the carbon team has to ferry all the way back down from that bottom outpost, and WakeMeUp with even more flamers going down to neutral one more time. It looks like Rage. Oh, but the creep derpy AI, no! Oh man, they weren't able to take that outpost under the control. I don't know what they had in queue, but either way, they weren't able to grab it, and the flamers still walking away. Now they're walking in, but will they? Oh god, the AI, the creep pathing is just unbearable at this point. Wreckz taking out RageFist in the air right there, and this outpost fight is pretty much over. After a mech goes down, and WakeMeUp also gets finished off. So yeah, after a mech goes down, that's about it. GG for that fight. You know, it's in a 3v3. That means 2 to 3, and then eventual 1 to 3, and then an eventual complete team wipe. So now we will start to settle more into the mid-game stages of AirMech, and WakeMeUp defending against a Patcher and Gemini over here, and Wreckz trying to get this neutralized. You will probably get it, especially with 4 flamers and no AoE mechs on the oh well, WakeMeUp does have the sword, so let's see if he's actually able to finish that off. But okay, the carbon team easily able to hold over here. Didn't even go down to neutral, actually. Only lost one bulb. And now Mr. No One getting back to that mid before he gets finished off, but Wreckz really low on health and does get finished off there. And the carbon team getting a little bit of room to breathe, killing some mechs. But now the fight will go down to this top. They have a lot of work to do, as there are 4 bunkered Mortys in there. And it's probably this probably is better served as a distraction rather than an actual attack. But it's 75 to 84 in favor of the green team. Obviously, they have that power station in the middle. They might want to do a little bit of scouting, because this is Wreckz is obviously here. There's no defenses over here, so this might, a fort push might be enough to keep the carbon team away from this outpost or this outpost, for the green team to be able to actually finish everything off and maybe make an advance toward that outpost. They have the carbon team, especially Wreckz. Look, he has 20,000 credits. His 20,000 plus credits at this point can probably rebuild pretty well. The only thing is, you do have to fear a counter push depending on how much progress you make in that initial large distraction push. There's just lots of random little strategical things that you wouldn't really think of as strategical in AirMech. It's just yeah, it looks like you're just dropping units and sending them to go, or just dropping units after a ferry, and onlyyyphiL not landing, but he is able to survive that. And Wreckz actually now on the defensive, but against a Helix, it looks like Wreckz will be going down against 2 Helix and does get finished off. But WakeMeUp just got actually killed by ERICK, so a little bit of an even trade there by both teams. We are about 6 minutes and 30 seconds into the game at this point, give or take. And now generate. Okay, I was kind of about to comment. Each team is nearing their unit cap. They're going to start to have to, make real decisions at this point. Do they want to, sit turtle defend and maybe mass up even more, or do they want to use their units and go? I mean, every outpost is defended well enough such that, yeah, they probably should just maybe mass up a little bit more. So generators coming out by that carbon team. And I would assume the green team too. Yeah, the green team already does have 4 out on the field, and now the fight is shifting to this bottom area. And it does look like, okay, a Bertha already out by the carbon team. No jamming unit over here, but I think this Bertha, oh, okay, it is in range, but I think like the minimum firing range is right about here. Oh, but a grinder drop right at the Bertha. WakeMeUp does micro that away. And but RageFist did get killed a little while ago, so it's a 2 to 3 right here in the bottom fight. You know what? If I were GIVATI, well, I mean, it's all speculation at this point, but GIVATI could probably push a few units to the fort, and that might be enough to distract the carbon team to actually win this bottom fight. But at this point, I think the carbon team actually does have it. They did have 2 Berthas up at one point, I think. Yeah, I don't know if they're still alive. One of them is still alive for sure, but the green team has kind of lost this fight. They are now pulling back to the island. Oh, look at that Gothic Helix debris right there. So apparently ERICK, okay, yeah, I didn't see that, but ERICK did get killed. And now the carbon team is starting to make their way up. I think they're going a little over-aggressive at this point. Just because they won that fight doesn't mean they can go this aggressive, because it's really, really far to leapfrog at this point. And, the green team is going to just have to deal with a few units at a time. But they are leapfrogging pretty fast. I don't know, the carbon team, well, it's mostly Seekers over here, actually. It's a pretty even split of AA and tanks. So, well, the carbon team doesn't really have as many units here to defend against this green team. And the grinders able to finish off everything else that the carbon team has over there. What will the green team decide to do next? I mean, they might have wanted to do, kind of like I said, a push from the mid. It might not have been a good decision, but because the carbon team was so busy over here, they might not have been able to scout it. It's actually very unlikely, I would say, that they would have scouted it. But now we do have more of a settling. This is kind of that time where teams, players on each team are flying around, kind of trying to see what they can snipe. And it did look like RageFist, or no, that was onlyyyphiL. Oh, and onlyyyphiL getting finished off in the air by Wreckz, but he did see something that he thought he might have been able to snipe. Oh, but Fist is going to be... Okay, he will be able to survive this. Definitely play it safe. Don't die, guys. Don't die unless you're, like, built as like a suicide bomber or a suicide hog or something like that. Just don't... Try to not die as much as you possibly can, okay? It's a good move. So, yeah, if you can pull out a little bit earlier, do it, because it's not worth the death. Most of the time. Very, very, very seldomly. And if you are... if it is worth the death, then you are probably the type of player, and you know it, then you're probably the type of player that doesn't need advice from me. But now we do have a pretty... It's kind of the same thing that happened at the bottom, but now it's happening at the top. Mr. No One real low on health. A Helix rocket. Oh, a Helix missile could just have poked in there and get him finished off, but WakeMeUp getting killed instead. Lots of units going down by the Carbon team, but it's just going to be the kind of even exchange that we saw last time. And, I mean, it's not going to really mean anything for the green team. I mean, the green team... Okay. This defense has gone down. Okay, the Carbon team was kind of smart. They did sense that, yeah, they should probably start to defend this. It was probably a good decision. And at this point, the green team... Wow, when did that happen? I guess there was a bit of an infantry drop to try to neutralize that middle outpost, but it doesn't look like the Carbon team was really successful and actually able to complete that. So they had to back down, I guess, apparently. Oh, but now we do have a double drop coming by Wreckz, and Eric does get caught in the act by the Carbon team. Actually, a lot of the Carbon team. Now we will have a little bit of tank Tetris going down. In the meantime, we will be able to see that. Oh, wow, map. Mr. No One progressing toward this top right corner, and that might, like, these tank drops might be enough to get them that edge in this top fight. The Carbon team really, really needs to return to that top fight. Oh man, these artillery are just pelting away at these units sitting over here. Whoa. The Carbon team does scout that the mid is not that well defended. They might actually want to go for a T at this point. It's not that well defended. Oh man, a Devastator is out on the field. It's a little bit ridiculous nowadays to see Devastators in actual tournament play. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know how to further comment on that. Devastators. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Now we do have the Carbon team scouting that mid, but because of that, the green team does kind of sense the danger. Oh, they have been able to leapfrog quite a lot of units over here, but the Bertha getting fired on by Eric. WakeMeUp does sense that and will be warded away by onlyyyphiL in that Helix and does not get finished off before he gets back to that middle outpost. But, oh, let's see what RageFist is doing. He is swapping out Moneymakers for Generators. A pretty standard move at this point, obviously. When you run out of unit cap, switch it out for Generators. Common sense tells you that. Unless you're unaware of what certain things do, which a lot of people... Oh, and Wreckz getting finished off... or onlyyyphiL getting finished off by Wreckz. I'm sorry. And at this point, Mr. No One... Wreckz and Eric are doing a pretty good defense here at the mid. They do have the one Sonya down and a Jammer down. They could easily replace that with another Sonya. Might be the good decision at this point, as they have plenty of credits to actually support a fight like that. And who is queuing up bombs? It does look like RageFist is queuing up bombs, and onlyyyphiL. They are both queuing up bombs. And you know, a double bombing run by, or not double bombing run, but a coordinated bombing run by, you know, two players is really, really great. But oh, Hunter Seeker getting Mr. No One. When was that? Where was that? I guess that was over here or something like that. Either way, wow, the Berthas are up. Whoa, look at that range! I forgot how much range the Bertha had, because it wasn't really that heavily in play recently. In a lot of games, in a lot of the metas recently. But now we are seeing a lot more, and the Bertha with quite a lot of range. Look, these two are firing at these, and apparently these are also going to be firing at these. So who will win this fight? A little bit of a grinder drop down by the green team, which actually does wonders, to be quite honest. Grinders are probably pretty close to what rollers are, borderline OP, if not outright OP. They are very, very strong. They're a very, very intelligent decision to bring in any loadout in the current metagame. And just more and more mid-fight going down, artillery war, and I expect to see multiple Sonyas down by both teams. We do have a Sonya down still. It's still alive. It hasn't been bombed down by the green team. Or hasn't been bombed down by the green team, and the Sonya belongs to I don't even know anymore. You guys can see colors, okay? I don't. But now we do have, the green team has decided to push into this top, but the waypoints on Thar are not super amazing. so they haven't been able to actually move that many. I think a lot of them have strayed down to here, and Wreckz is now forced to ferry it at the top, to the top. A lot of creeps are going down. This will go down to neutral, but will the green team actually be able to make anything out of this? Okay, will go up to the green team, but will they be able to drop anything? I don't really think they'll. Yeah, okay, they all got killed. They all got killed. Mr. No One, the only one left, and he was forced to pull back. And Mr. No One also comments waypoints, heart, waypoints, yeah. Heart. Oh, did he throw a heart, or did he throw a, hold on. Oh, he didn't throw a broken heart. Okay, he just said heart. I would not have said that. I would have said something much more harsh. Yeah, so that was not a very productive push for the green team. Gosh. Oh man. Now the green team is moving down to the bottom, but you can say the exact same thing for the most part on Thar waypoints. There's not really enough room around these outposts because of these cliffs right here to actually set that many waypoints. Stupid creeps. Anyway, yeah, there's not really enough room around the outposts on Thar to have that many waypoints. Except for here. There's definitely enough room here, I think. There has to be. Oh, man. Let's complain, guys. Everybody complain. Everybody complain. Someone throw up a forum post, and I will definitely +1 that over and over and over again. More waypoints on Thar. Anyway, back to the point. The green team still has a very, very good foothold on this game. More depth. Who has the Devastators? Okay, 2 down for Eric. Is he the only one with it in his? Yeah, I think he is. So 2 down. So it's these 2 right here, and a lot of goalies down as well. It's 95 to 119, so it's not like the Carbon team is way behind or anything. They just are 1 outpost behind in this fight. Oh, did it hit the Sonya? Oh, they're hitting the outpost, and they're kind of looking like they're hitting the Sonya. Oh, okay, that was deceiving. It looked like they hit the Sonya. Okay, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's happening anymore, but WakeMeUp able to snipe Patcher. Oh, but he will probably go down here, and he does. Was it worth it? Maybe at this stage of the game it was. Once credits is not really that huge of a concern. Yeah, you might say that, yeah, it's probably worth the death to snipe 1 unit at this point. Depends on the unit, I guess. Yeah, you have to really consider those kinds of things. Now we have Mr. No One moving up. onlyyyphiL. Well, the Carbon team definitely has enough units over here to support, but they are kind of split between the mid and this left. Now, if Mr. No One can actually... Oh, yeah, if the green team approaches from both sides, they will give the Carbon team hell at this bottom outpost fight. Yeah. Yeah, man. Look at these rollers sitting right here. Roller grinder. Ain't going to be pushing into that. Not going to happen, but a leapfrog can definitely happen. We do have artillery already down pretty darn close, within firing range, obviously, for the green team. So they are already there. Now the Carbon team really has to split their attention between, do they want to fight against mid, or do they want to fight against the left side? And it does look the Carbon team's forces are not necessarily being thinned out. Oh, we do have a little bit of an infantry drop here. Oh, wow, it's a pretty large infantry drop. Well, plus the level 4 creeps. So we have just now hit 15 minutes. It looks like the green team will be able to take this outpost under the control. Come on, creeps, walk faster. Oh, crap. I guess this is where runners or probes would actually come into actual play here. Maybe if those were brought instead, maybe the green team, maybe, I will say maybe a lot, but maybe they would have been able to get it. Who knows? But one thing is probably more likely is that would have been able to take the outposts versus just the flamers. Would it have been able to neutralize it, or would it have been able to hold it? Different story. Oh man, and the roller is being pushed out over here, forcing the green team to push to pull back. So man, I thought the green team had it with that double fight, but the dense unit cluster and the easy leapfrog ability of that, the nature of a dense unit cluster was pretty much. Well, I know, I kind of want to just give the credit to these rollers. And it'll take a long time for these artillery to kill these rollers, and onlyyyphiL does see it firing in now. So what can he actually do? Dropping a couple flamers there, trying... Oh, all 3 of the Carbon players are here. They will be able to neutralize this. Oh, will this be able to go under Carbon control? Yes, it will. Will they be able to drop anything before it actually goes down? And it doesn't really look like it. Oh, man. I don't want to say that was a waste, but, it was an opportunity that could have been, I guess, optimized a little bit more. If they had a lot more in queue, maybe queued... Well, they couldn't, because they were at their unit cap, and now they're below their unit cap because this upper right-hand corner has been neutralized, and there are enough green tanks over here to cause them a lot of problems. But only 1 green player, and next support is kind of the name of the game. Wreckz dropping level 4 creeps. This will go up to green because they have so much life. Let's see what they can actually drop out. Wreckz dropping out just more flamers to keep this under the control, and a couple of tanks go down. Looks like the green team will be able to hold this outpost, or at least drop enough defensive units to be able to take it back in the future. But all the Carbon infantry going down. They will now be able to grab this outpost back under the control and drop defensive units of their own, because they are now under the unit cap, and actually the green team was kind of over the unit cap. So I don't know how much they would have been able to actually support that upper right-hand corner fight. ERICK now going down. Okay, got a little bit of a convenient name timing there for me. But now, I mean, the state of the game has changed minutely back and forth, but it's still sitting here at 17 minutes and 58 seconds in the game with the same outpost composition as it has been for pretty much the last 10 minutes. WakeMeUp able to snipe a couple of tech units, or not tech units, socket units, but getting finished off by Mr. Known on the way out. Probably worth that. However, he did lose Gemini. It does inconvenience the green team because they do have to just take the time to re-queue whatever they got destroyed if it's necessary. It was probably generators at this point. 120 to 101 in favor of the green team, but you know, looking at the minimap, obviously you're going to kind of say, okay, the green team has mid, they have a lot of the control. I mean, they could probably just kind of mass up tanks, mass up heavy tanks like Devastators and Goalies at this point. You know, play it really safe, play the long game, sit here for another 10 or so minutes or so, give or take. I'm not really sure exactly how long that'll take, but yeah. Now we do have the green team defending against ledge drop. Do it. Once again, I say do it. If it ain't fixed, break it. Oh my god, I think I want to try to meme that. An AirMech, if it ain't fixed, break it. Now we do have the green team still defending against the Carbon. Man, I really wish the Carbon team had a successful outpost snatch away that this bottom left-hand corner was. It was full of potential, but you know, they were at their unit cap. They didn't really have anything to drop. So that, I mean, you know, those little bits of information are things you have to consider. How many sockets on the Carbon team are with generators? I would assume every single one except for one lunchbox. Yes. Yeah, every single one. So they are all at their unit cap. Let's see about the green team. The green team is probably darn close to the same. You know what they could do? Replace all the generators with moneymakers so they have enough income to support rebuilding their army if they push out once. I'd like to see that. That would be pretty cool. It's not something that really happens in the AirMech because it is quite a dangerous thing to do because of the nature of counter-pushing. And it does take a lot of coordination, especially in 3v3. To do that type of move, it is quite dangerous, but it's still a very heavy stalemate at this point. WakeMeUp, well, the entirety of the Carbon team still making an artillery line, trying to progress toward this mid, but there's so many extremely heavy tanks. At this point, I think the Carbon team, or the green team, could probably just do what I kind of implied before, is just switch out all the lighter stuff with extremely heavy stuff like Devastators and Goalies and just do mass pushes left and right or wherever the hell they feel like going. However, once again, waypoints. Gotta love the waypoints. But bombs going down by the Carbon team. Oh, was that bombs or was that artillery? I had my eye on the mini-map. Either way, we do have ERICK with more creeps. Well, he saw. No, he is going for the neutralization at the top. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this is gonna work, especially without any further mech support. Oh, he's just dropping 3 units. Okay, sure, why not? Bringing WakeMeUp out of the fight, and he kind of comes to see. Oh, there were just green dots that disappeared, and actually, we did have the Carbon team neutralize this bottom, but once again, orange numbers at the top. Both teams at like way past their unit cap at this point, and kills left and right. Read the kill ticker. You guys can read. I'm so horrible. Either way, Team GIVATI and Team Heihan Nonstop with a kind of back and forth, relentless stalemate war. I don't want to call this stale because there's plenty of action going down right now, but you know, the war right now is just a stalemate. No teams could really progress toward either side. This kind of reminds me of the boring bottom Twin Peaks fight of Bracket F for the last. If you guys remember that, at this point though, it's not like Twin Peaks where there's like only 1 or 2 avenues of approach. On Thar, well, if you have the mid, you have a little bit of more options. But the problem is now we are pretty deep in the late game that each team has all their outposts really heavily fortified, except for the most part this one. As you can see on the minimap, this one doesn't need as much defense because if you like the approach avenues for the Carbon team would be this way, or back to the mid this way, or from the mid, or from the right outpost this way, or from the upper right-hand corner this way. That's pretty much why the green team could sacrifice a lot of defense. They could probably have this almost defenseless, maybe with a couple of bunkered infantry, just to prevent any drops from being that fast. You know, triple infantry drops, as long as they respond timely, they should probably be okay. The thing is, when you're at your unit cap, you don't really have anything to drop in defense, so that's a little bit dangerous to drop, to have stuff not really that defended, because, let's just say you get dropped, you get attacked like that, you don't have anything in your queue to emergency pull out, you know what I mean? It's yeah, anyway. Again, okay, let's see. The Bertha's still facing up, but the Sonya's still here. So it's kind of been the same exact thing for the last 5 or 6 minutes. Lots of rollers by the Carbon team. Lots of heavy stuff just like that. But whoa. Whoa-ho. 2 Devastators and 6 goalies sitting right here at the mid. A Grinder supporting there. Let's see where the rest of the units are for the green team. The green team doesn't need this to be as heavily defended, I would say, because this isn't pushable by the Carbon team. They'd have to go all the way the hell around. This probably is kind of the same thing. They'd still have to respond to an artillery attack. So this mid is probably what needs, or definitely what needs to be defended the most. This doesn't need as heavy defense because, once again, well, number 1, waypoints, and number 2, accessibility. The mid, as long as they just sell off units, you know, free unit cap, make a lot of heavy units, they can probably move them out, maybe make a huge unit cluster and maybe mass hold position right about here, start a couple of Berthas firing into this fort, something like that. I mean, this is all just random options that I'm thinking about. And again, rollers being dropped by the Carbon team, but once again, they don't have the unit cap to support this. Oh man, it's just all rollers. They're just doing roller leapfrog and that's it. And it still hasn't been responded to by the green team, and it's now being responded to by the green team, but these units over here will take a really long time to kill. These are Grinders, Rollers, and Longhorn, and now RageFist with a couple of level 4 creeps, and my computer is not happy about this, but lots of action going down. Will they be able to get this neutralized and make it actually happen? Neutralize is what needs to happen. Now they do, and now they have cut off the green team. They need to prevent the green team from taking the background control. Oh, and now the Carbon team grabbing this corner, and will they be able to actually finish off? No, they need to bring more infantry, but they were able to bring out another roller, and the Carbon team also now has to do a ferry battle. Wow, 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 wow. Whoa, okay, it's kind of even at this point, but a lot of the Carbon units are out of position, and now more heavy units brought back by the Carbon team, or by the green team, and now it goes back under the control. That does go back down, but not before the green team can bring out a lot of defensive units, but it's still definitely a contest. The Carbon team really has to focus on here if they really want to make any progress toward taking this fort, or taking this outpost. And the green team taking it back under control, but they have no more units. If RageFist can actually neutralize this, the green team is going to be pretty much screwed in this fight. onlyyyphiL now bringing flamers, and that is about it. The green team has pretty much lost this fight if they can't take this back under the control and drop a lot of defense. And boom, there you go. The Carbon team grabbing this corner. Whoa, whoa, wow. Rollers, do your magic. Do your magic, rollers. Oh, man. And that's what they did. They were able to hold off the green team's units from finishing off. Oh, God, a Devastator got dropped. That probably won't get them that far. But the Carbon team really needs to start microing these units against any, you know, any drops, any potential drops from the green team from this upper area. And now they are not stopping there. Now this undefended outpost is not what I kind of described before. Oh, and they take it under control. Oh man, the green team needs to move all in now. Do it. Hurry. Now. Do it. Do it, or are you gonna? Oh, they are way behind on map control at this point. They only have their mid and their top. They need to move their units. But the Carbon team does definitely sense that. Yeah, that's okay. It's kind of the next step. Kind of the best option at this point would be all in move, and that's what the green team is doing. But the Carbon team definitely did sense that. Now starting to put down defenses, and now the lunchbox is. They have a lunchbox down. I mean, it's a little bit of shield, but how? Oh my God, that's a lot of Devastators and goalie. Okay, the green team has been able to successfully re-neutralize this outpost, but will they be able to fight against this? They need to support this push once it hits. They have a lot of time because they are moving at the speed of Devastators. Oh, they're splitting. No, the green team really needs to stop these and start them up again. Wreckz, stop them and start them. Wreckz needs to stop them and start them. The green team has been able to take this left outpost back under control, but the Carbon team has a huge, humongous defense. Look at the Grinders sitting over here. They are now moving out for the first bit of units that are moving in. Green team really need to move them all at the same time, but now they are splitting in the path, splitting in the move. And now they will be easily thinned out by the Carbon team. Oh man, all these heavy tanks are pretty much going to go to waste against this swarm of Grinders. Look at all those Grinders. Oh my God, look at all those Grinders, and they're definitely going to be able to do the job. They switched to T, but I don't think it's going to be that very effective at all. They have a long ways to go. Devastators move so slow. And yeah, the Carbon team's easily going to be able to either soften up or completely finish off the majority of these green units, and it's 71 to 130. Whoa, man. The last 3 minutes of the game have just blown my mind. Carbon team now trying to defend against this right side. It's not too worrisome for them. They are definitely counter-pushing the mid. Oh, man, the Carbon team, the green team needs to defend against this mid. That's the only hope they have left in this game, unless they take this right outpost, which doesn't really look too promising. RageFist is able to neutralize a lot of the creeps that are walking in. A couple of level 4 creeps walking in for the green team, but now they have to really focus on this mid fight, and it will go down for damn sure. There are plenty of tanks over here. WakeMeUp here to support, spamming those level... God, what are those? I'm assuming they're all the way up level 3 rockets, and every single mech on the right side, the Carbon side, actually does have level 3 rockets, super strong ability, able to snipe units incredibly well, and Wreckz says we pick map, don't we? Kind of already admitting defeat, and to be honest, it's probably true. It's at 41 to 133, and the Carbon team could probably just do an all-in push at this point. There are probably enough tanks at the mid to actually get the finish off this almost completely defenseless Carbon or Green fort. The creeps taking it under their control now, and onlyyyphiL neutralizing that left outpost. The Carbon team is just kind of just a matter of time for the Carbon team to move all out. It does look like onlyyyphiL is going to start to ferry some stuff to the other side of the island, and although the green team is fighting back here at the left, it's very, very, very dire for them at this point. Man, that attack on that bottom left with all those rollers was ridiculous. That was able to do everything for them. When the green team kind of lost, you know, they were really, really comfortable holding those outposts, and they were kind of massing up for what they did a little bit too late, I would guess. Eric does say well played. A lot of people attribute the seed spot of GIVATI to Eric being a little bit rusty, but to be quite honest with you, that was all about decisions. It was not about micro, it's not about control, it's not about response time. Well, it was kind of about response time. The green team really they really took a long time to respond to all those rollers, and now they're kind of turtling up at their fort. But the Carbon team will probably get an easy domination, and after they neutralize and take this top outpost, the game will be over very, very soon. Honestly, they probably can't just do an all-in push now because the green team has set down a lot of defensive tanks. But either way, and Eric said kind of what I just said. They should have pushed earlier. Yeah, when WakeMeUp goes, yep, in all caps. But here's the thing. The Carbon team had a great defense at that fort. They kind of sensed that the only place to go for the green team probably would have been the fort, mostly due to lack of waypoints. So, they did put a defense down. I don't know if they would have been able to get a finish. And the path from here to here, especially with the Devastators in their army, would have taken a really long time to get there. So there would have been plenty of response time for that Carbon team. It depends, it sort of depends on if they were at their unit cap. So I guess you can kind of assume if the game is stale, both teams are kind of at their unit cap. So if you are the team with the advantage, you get to kind of choose you know, where the attacks will happen at the current state of units on the field, because they can't really move stuff around too fast. I guess they could ferry some stuff back and forth, and look at this large tank push. They are just going to do a mass hold here. That's probably the right decision, then start to move in when they all hit this area. This is a little bit early right here, but either way, the Carbon team doesn't really have enough defense. Well, 2 grinders at the front. Yeah, probably not enough still, but, oh, good. Gotta stop him. Gotta stop him. Okay, onlyyyphiL with that micro. Mass command bug is kind of still there, I think. I don't know if that's been touched. But the green team grinders are sort of moving out involuntarily, and that's probably going to spell defeat for the green team. Oh, are they moving out? Why the hell not? Might as well. They are being dominated right now, and the Carbon team has a lot of defense. They will be able to thin out a lot of these tanks. I mean, I would guess that they went with an attack. The Carbon team, and the Carbon team doing a mass Y as well, so both these tank lines will pass each other, but the Carbon tank line will hit the fort and get the finish almost without a doubt. 13. Okay, well, yeah, this line of tanks is pretty much gone. onlyyyphiL calling the GG, and that is it. Team Heiha non-stop taking this game over Team GIVATI. Whoa, wowza. I thought Team GIVATI had it. I thought they had it. Obviously, I'm pretty sure a lot of you thought the exact same thing. But they didn't respond to that. I attribute it. I would personally attribute it to the lack of response to that bottom island mass roller drop. If they responded a little bit sooner, if they came down, started to ferry some stuff over, started to defend, started to shoot, they might have been able to hold that off. But all those rollers, all dem rollers, that was about it. So guys, stay tuned for game 2 of Bracket L.